Hi, my name is Armstrong. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm running to the next mayor of Seattle. I hail from the 43rd over on Capitol Hill, but grew up in Seattle. My grandfather himself cut fish with Booth Fisheries, Teamsters 117, from 1956 to 1991. So my love has always been in Seattle. Being born and raised here, I have seen Seattle change over many, many years, and I think the city needs to start embracing more of that change. Just like the Democratic Party, my fellow Democrats, honored to be here today, also need to do the same, right? We're looking back at an election that did not go ideally as planned. And we have to empower the next generation to not give up. I talk to young people who say, oh, well, that's the climate clock. 4 years. That's it. Why would I care? And the reason to care is right here. The next generation is here, ready to lead. I am running for 4 reasons. I think presentational politics, and honestly, a lot of BS around actually taking action on homelessness, I'm just fed up with it, and I've had enough. I think we need to actually try an approach of leveraging progressive revenue to build the services that our city actually needs, and that the us versus them is not us and the homeless, but us and the billionaires and millionaires who have profited off of the city for a very, very long time. I'm not asking them to change their way of life, but if we just tax them a little bit more, I don't think they would see much of a change in their way of life. Secondly, I think we need to innovate public safety, right? I personally had my own e-bike stolen out of my apartment garage in January, and the police took 5 days to respond. I didn't get a police report for that long. I couldn't even get into the East Precinct to get a response to them. So right now our system is hypercortisol, hyperadrenaline, people working. These cops are working 7 jobs in one. The system is not sustainable. And so my opinion is that we need to expand the care team in Seattle and also make it autonomous from 911, from the police. They should be their own department. Thank you. Beyond that, I also want to look at OLS. OLS was almost defunded by 6 roles in the last budget crisis, where we took all of these funds from Jumpstart, made by an amazing Teresa Mosqueda. I see you over there. I have to bow to the idol of Teresa Mosqueda when we speak about Jumpstart. But we raided these Jumpstart funds, which were meant for housing, Green New Deal investment, and just did an austerity budget and plugged this giant balloon that I see at City Hall, when City Hall can't even run its own payroll, and 7 city unions are now suing the city because of wage theft. So, OLS, I think we have to expand it. We have to say that the NLRB may not be around for forever in Trump's America. So we have to take those things up locally and toe the line. Finally, childcare. It's the highest cost for a working family, average $4,000 a month. That's something I want to address. And it's actually a land zoning, land use issue. You can't build childcare centers in 85 to 90% of the city. So how can we actually re-see what our city could look like and innovate what childcare looks like today? Finally, I'm now the co-executive director of Sustainable Seattle, so I'm doing environmental justice work, which I love, and have served on the LGBTQ commission for the city for many years. And I think the best way to put a middle finger up to Trump is to elect a trans mayor and have someone represent Seattle for the next generation. So I'll be around to answer any questions, and thanks for the time, 34th. I really appreciate it.